never know the difference between a turtle and a tortoise. I guess we'll find out because our KAFE critter of the week is that guy. How cool is that? He's Yuri?
Yuri.
Здравствуйте, Yuri.
He's a Russian tortoise.
Awesome. He's a tortoise, not a turtle.
He is a tortoise.
How do you tell the difference?
It just depends on the breed. It's kind of like breeds of different animals.
Okay.
This is just a Russian tortoise.
Okay.
And we know that by looking at tortoise guides,
Yeah.
that this is what he is.
Okay.
So he is spectacular, and he really wants to get down and run around, and he's getting pretty cranky that I won't let him, that I'm making him stay on this little towel here. But he is just such a cool guy. I love turtles. I think they have such fun personalities, and they're so prehistoric.
Yeah, they are. They're like dinosaurs.
They really are. So this guy was found, we think he's a male. And you're going to say, well, how do you tell? Well, you tell by their tail. That's a tongue twister. Male tortoises have longer tails.
Okay.
And we do believe that Yuri is a male, although we did give him sort of a general gender-neutral name just in case.
Yeah.
You never know.
And so how do you tell how old he is?
That's really hard to tell. We think he is an adult, not sure of exactly how old. But tortoises live a long time, so this guy could live another 50 years easily.
Wow.
So it's something you need to plan for. This is not a pet that you're going to have for 3 or 4 years.
You're packing them to all your different life stops.
This is a lifetime.
He's moving with you.
And then some commitment. So you better have a friend or family member if you're an older person like myself, because chances are he's going to outlive you.
Weird.
So
it's not very often you bring a pet in who's going to live longer than we are.
I think it's spectacular because there's nothing worse than losing your beloved pet.
That's true, yeah.
So he was found wandering stray. And the one thing about these tortoises is they love this hot weather and they like to dig and burrow. So I think somebody probably had him out in their backyard, letting him cruise around, and he decided to go exploring. And while you think of turtles as being real slow, they can pick up some speed and they can dig and burrow. And so this guy is going to need somebody with a lot of experience with tortoises. He's going to need a very special enclosure. He needs a heat source. He also needs some special substrate on the bottom of the cage. He's a herbivore, right? And he's going to need supervised outside time. So he wants to cruise around on these nice warm days, but you can't turn your back for too long or he's going to take a walkabout.
Is he going to get any bigger, or do you know?
He probably isn't going to get a whole lot bigger. They can get a little bigger, but this isn't one of your big desert tortoises who can be, 2 feet.
It's not going to be one of those
long.
you can ride.
No, you're not going to be strapping any saddles to him. Although you could strap like a mini saddle and put a little Barbie doll or something on it, but I wouldn't judge. But he is such a cool guy. He doesn't mind being handled. One thing to remember about your reptiles is they can carry salmonella. So after you handle them, you need to wash your hands with soapy hot water.
Gotcha.
But I think he's just got such a wise face. Like he could solve the world's problems. He really could. He's got a lot to say, and he's looking for somebody who wants to sit down and have some good long discussions about it.
Well, he's so cool. I always find turtles and tortoises to just be spectacular.
I do too.
They're so different from anything else.
I really wish they could talk because he would have a very thick accent.
Right.
He'd be a diplomat, I think.
Right.
Now, the fact that he's not all sucked up into his shell, does that mean he's comfortable here?
He's a pretty social guy, although he definitely wants to get down and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Riding over in the car, I had him in a kennel, and he was just pushing to get out. He was like, no, I want to go see what's going on. And I think if I let him down, he probably would cruise around, and we'll see if we can get some B-roll of that. But he is just a great little guy.
Any particular kind of household he shouldn't go to?
A home that is not prepared to financially make a commitment because getting his enclosure set up, that's going to cost a little bit of money.
Okay.
And somebody who's not looking for a pet that's going to last 50 years.
Right.
Somebody who's just going, well, I'm not sure, I'm getting ready to make a big move or...
Yeah. Get a gerbil.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a long-term
This
commitment.
is a long-term commitment, and they can be a little financially challenging. You can't take this guy if he gets sick, usually down to your local vet. Most vets don't. They might have a basic experience with turtles, but he may end up having to go down to a reptile specialist if he were to get sick.
Yeah.
So you do need to just be prepared because he may be a little challenging at times, but he'll be worth it. What a great guy.
Okay, his name is Yuri. He's a Russian tortoise. He's available for adoption now to Just the Right Home, and he's so super cool. Laura Clark from the Whatcom Humane Society. Thank you so much.
You bet. Have a great week.